What's going on, everybody? I'm Kevin from the Puff and Ponder podcast, and it is another Diaries of a Mad Mechanic. Um, Kids, don't get into this industry, man. I'll be hide my shirt label there. Don't get into this industry. It's a tough industry to crack into. Don't get me wrong. I love being a mechanic. I make a ton of money. I've made a ton of money in my life. But I watch these kids come in. Like, we got a kid, great kid, hard worker, complaining today, oh, I can barely afford to feed my family. I'm not making a lot of money. Well, A, you knew how much the pay was when you started. It's not like we hid anything from you. You knew what the pay was. You agreed to work. I'm sorry if you're not at the level where you thought you would be because we didn't promise anything. Um, yeah, you thought you knew what you were doing, and when you actually got into a shop, you realize there's a lot more that you need to learn. And that's going with him, and then all the kids that we've seen throughout the years. Kids will say, you know, um, they'll come in not knowing really how hard the job is. It's a hard. If you come in as a oil change tech, tire tech to any of these companies, you are going to be doing a lot of hard work, a lot of cleaning, sweeping, basically everything that the technicians, A, don't get paid to do because of the flat rate system, and things that we don't want to do because we're 25-year techs. Now, I clean up my area, I clean, I sweep, I empty trash, I do all that stuff. So, like, being in my shop's a good shop, but being my shop's it's a small shop, so there's less chance for growth. You want to be at a bigger shop because you have a better chance of moving up, and you have more technicians to lean on and mentor you. We're such a busy shop for being a small shop. It's hard for someone to come in and become a technician. We get kids that say all the time, if they start working, realize how hard the job is. And they're like, I can go to McDonald's and make the same money and work, less hard. Yep, you can't. You can go anywhere. You go to Walmart, push carts. You can make just as much money and work nowhere near as hard. But can you go to Walmart? Can you go to McDonald's? Can you go somewhere else making 15, 16 bucks an hour to start, and within a couple of years be making $100,000? Nope. There are those chances. I mean, like, you go to, there's never been a cart pusher at Walmart that's now store manager. But I've got friends and family that have started at the bottom at Walmart, inside cashier, move your way up. It's more of a 10 or 15 year process, but yeah, you can make $100,000. You can move up from a McDonald's and become a general manager, area manager, but that's still 10, 15, 20-year, thing. Honestly, going into a repair shop with just a little bit of knowledge, with dedication, you be making 100 grand in 5 years. It's not too common, but it can happen. Maybe more like 10, but within 3 to 5 years, you be making $60,000 to $75,000 a year. That is a good income for someone that didn't go to college. I'm a six-figure guy. I didn't go to college. Just busted my hump and made myself invaluable. And yes, over my career with my current company at I think it's going on almost 15 years now. Yeah, I have turned in my 2 weeks notice 4 different times. All 4 times I got more money. So know your worth. Know what you're worth. You can't. The average person can't do that, but I'm not the average technician. I'm lead tech in my shop. More flat rate hours than anybody for the whole year. More cars worked on than anybody for the whole year. I'm also like number 3 best salesman of the year because I can do that job as well. So yeah, you got to make yourself invaluable, and get never good case in point. We got a young kid, been doing this 25 years now. He is by far the best guy He's a grown man, but I mean, I think he's still in his mid late 20s. He might be 30 by now, so he's still a baby child kid. Um, the best. He came in at the bottom, worked his ass off, dedication, came in early to shadow the technicians, stayed late to shadow the technicians, ask questions, and then just got those little jobs, and just busting. And due to a hurricane, had to transfer to another store, much busier store, much more growth, room for growth and opportunity. Now he's like one of the lead techs at the store, and I mean, turning like 120 flag hours a week, and kid is just crushing it. And he's probably my best success story in my career. And he won't ask for more money. He's not making a lot of money. He's making about $10 an hour, flag hour less. So $10 an hour, 120 hours a week. He's making $10 an hour less than what he should be making. And it's not, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's an extra, think about it. That's an extra 50 grand a year, so yeah, it's actually insane. So hopefully he gets his shit together and just you know, like I always say, just put your 2 weeks in. Just threaten to quit. You're one of the top guys. They're not gonna let you go. Not gonna happen. But it is what it is. So yeah, it's where did we even start today's little rant? Yeah, don't complain about a job if you took the job knowing how much money you're making. Come on, name shirt officer, peek it through. Don't complain if you take a job knowing how much it's gonna pay in the hours. You don't have a lot to complain about. What you do have, if you get in there and you're like, oh, here's your job, and then like it's 100 times harder or more in depth than you were led to believe or informed about, then yeah, you can complain about the job. But yeah, at the end of the day, don't get into the automotive industry. Don't let your kids get in the automotive industry. Your nieces, nephews. It's I don't know. It's a hard industry to crack into now. A lot more schooling, a lot more tools. Luckily, I'm 5 years from being out of it, so I can I definitely have. I don't got to work on all this new fancy electrical stuff. I've got 25 years worth of shit that's on the road right now that I can work on. But yeah, that's all we got for today. Peace.